The Stone Legion is not even here yet. This is an outrage. If we do not do something quick, the rebels will overrun this filthy hamlet. Here, take the anima and go activate a few of the Stoneborn along the periphery of Darkhaven. Take whatever is left over to the quartermaster and tell her to do her job. I will try to commune with the master and see if we can, or if he can send reinforcements.
Give no credence. Stoneborn are fanatically loyal defenders, typically. The rebels have been swayed by pretty rhetoric and lies.
Anima cage collected. We saw some of the Stoneborn just out here. Let's awaken them.
And so my watch continues. And so my watch continues.
Doug the Nubbly.
To the skies. I awake.
Doug the Nub. Alright, we got two more over here. So we got a innkeeper over there too. Might have to actually bind.
I awake. I awake.
Okay, they have awoken. Innkeeper here, Tremen Winefang.
I hear you've seen the master.
Welcome
Did he mention me?
to Darkhaven, mortal. We can arrange a conference for you if that is to your liking. I also have an assortment of vintages stretching back to the time of the Black Empire. I had the dredgers dust off a few casks, since I heard a denizen of Azeroth might be in the region. What are your desires? Let's make this inn my home.
Count your sins before someone else does.
No more excuses. The master will have his tithe of anima, or I will see to it that everyone in this miserable hamlet are exiled to the Ember Ward.
Oh, something new?
Our village is beset by rebels on one side, Syed and Athreus' loyal tyrants on the other side, and an anima drought is ripping our reality apart. And then you walk out of the moor and into my hall. Are you here with good tidings or doom? This is all that remains of our tithe. The Tithe Lord is not one for excuses. We may need to gather a second tithe quickly, or he will condemn us all to the Ember Ward.
Going so soon?
You come during strange times. Every day the tithes we must pay to the Tithe Lord increase, and our ability to get anima dwindles. What souls we have to work with here are near their final judgment, and we lack the resources to harvest them without endangering the hamlet. If you have the ear of Lord Chamberlain, then you might be able to pass a message to the Master himself. Here, take this letter. Please see it makes it to the hands of the Chamberlain.
Go safely.
To his high exaltedness the Lord Chamberlain, my lord, our humble hamlet of Darkhaven is beginning to crumble under the weight of the tithes demanded by the Tithe Lord. Our pleas for more souls have been ignored. What souls we do have are nearing their final judgment and are quite dangerous to harvest without the help of Stoneborn, which we cannot afford the anima to activate. We need help. Could you please bring our concerns to the Master? He is wise and he will understand the crisis we currently face. We are loyal servants of the Master and are getting caught between the rebels and the Tithe Lord's oppressors. Please help us to help the Master. Your humble servant, Mistress Mihaela, Quartermaster of Darkhaven, loyal servant to the harvesters and the Master.
May I help you?
Oh, The peasants have asked for help, have they? Those who are loyal would know that sacrifices are essential to the survival of Revendreth. Yes, these are dark times with anima and new souls both being in short supply, but we must all do our part, no matter how painful.
Trust in the Master's plan.
General Carl.
You walk in the domain of the Master.
More
Tread
Walker.
carefully.
I am General Carl. Those Stoneborn who remember their oaths to the Master are under my command. The path between here and Sire Denathrius is no longer secured by my forces. I'm pulling my troops from this ward to support the Master's will elsewhere. Sire Denathrius has dispatched me to bring you directly to him. Miskia can carry you.
I serve the Master.
Miskia.
The Maw Walker.
That's me. Miskia. Miskia. Taking us all the way to the top. The Grand Palisade.
Call. Stop holding back. Let my forces crush Draven and his traitors.
Draven is not our threat. Their prince has fallen, and their rebellion is in shambles. Only the Accuser remains to issue orders.
The Accuser? She still holds a Harvester's medallion. How are we going to defeat her?
Now you know why we need this Maw Walker alive.
Oh, hello there. Lord Chamberlain floating in from the top.
Sire Denathrius looks forward to me introducing you.
Wait, please. Moorwalker, allow me to announce you to the Master.
Trust in the Master.
My children, I know the suffering you have endured. I fear further sacrifices must be made if Revendreth is to survive this crisis.
Begging my master's pardon, I humbly present the Maw Walker.
Ah, the mortal who escaped the inescapable prison. A living soul restoring hope to the realms eternal. Maw Walker, I am aware of your urgent request for anima. Under normal circumstances, I would of course oblige. Sadly, you arrive in the midst of a violent rebellion. Our resources are stretched perilously thin. This drought has left my people desperate, starving, and some even defiant. But if you were to aid our cause, then I could gratefully provide the aid you seek.
Alright. Sire Denathrius, he's too tall. Hang on a second. So he's still too tall, hang on a second. Ah, that's better. Artraxius, a proud human paladin. I know your name and your deeds. I can taste your regrets and your shame. More importantly, I know what you might become. You can be the beacon for the Shadowlands to rally behind. The symbol my people need to set aside those petty squabbles and help fix the problems that afflict our reality. Before you stands the Court of Harvesters, my most loyal and trusted Venthyr. Where once there were 7, only 4 remain. Introduce yourself to them, for where they go, my power follows. Right. Let's have a chat.
Have you come to pay your tithe?
You stand before the Tithe Lord, Harvester of Envy, High Servant of the Master, and Keeper of the Downtrodden. I hear you helped squash some of the rebels that were invading my ward. I will have you know I chose not to intervene, as it was more important for those under my dominion to learn, to fend for themselves and prove where their loyalties lay. We don't need you here. We are fine on our own. We do not need you here.
Remember who paves the stone.
You need not know me.
Ah, human. And what an interesting scent your soul has. Very distinct. I am known as the Fearstalker, Harvester of the Dead, or Harvester of Dread. In my forest, I am the predator, and the soul's my prey. You should come visit sometime. I am sure it would be very enlightening.
Next time, I will find you.
Choose your next words very carefully.
So you are the one who slew the Stoneborn outside of Darkhaven? I am sure you did what you thought was right. Most people do. I am known as the Stonewright. By my hammer and chisel were crafted the first Stoneborn, and I see each as my child. They are all brothers and sisters in arms. And now they wage war on each other in this short-sighted rebellion. The Master believes you can bring an end to this conflict. Of that I have no doubt. I only hope it is the right end.
Mind your ways, lest Revendreth becomes your true fate.
Let us chat.
So you have been to the mall. Fascinating. I must have you to one of my parties so you may share your stories of that place. You may have encountered some of my former acquaintances there. Oh, I am the Countess, Harvester of Desire. I command the castle ward and her many districts. I spare Sire Denathrius of the burden of having to deal with the nobles. Good luck with the Master's tasks. I am hosting a number of wages amongst the nobles for how long you might last. Try not to die too soon. Your arrival is the most interesting thing to happen since Prince Renethal rebelled.
Be well.
That it? I think that's it.
Step forward, Moorwalker, and I shall bestow upon you a taste of the power that Revendreth can offer. Venthyr of Revendreth, attend and learn. This new arrival is my guest, and should be accorded all rights and privileges therein.
Wow. Hallow the target area for 30 seconds. Enemies in the area suffer up to 5,755 shadow damage, and allies are healed for up to 5,000. Reduced if there are more than 5 targets. Within the Hallow, you may use Hammer of the Wrath on any target, and its damage is increased by 100%. Can I use it on this guy? Hey, you said any target? Now, Moorwalker, arise as a weapon of ordained power within my dominion.
Lord Chamberlain, I hereby charge you with bringing an end to this failed rebellion. For this task, I lend you Prince Renethal's medallion, as well as the might of our dear friend, the Moorwalker. Bring the accuser to me, and her medallion shall be yours. The prince's is already promised to another faithful ally.
Your generosity is as vast as your wisdom, Master. Your will be done.